and Michael Waltrip, the 7 car, just loses control. He spins back across the racetrack, and look as he stands on the gas, and Steve Grissom comes along and pounds in the side of him, lift the whole car off the ground. Meanwhile, Elliott Sadler spins down by himself, and I don't know if Elliott hit anything or not. He was heading for the inside wall when we last saw him, but some pretty good damage to Steve Grissom's car.
A lot of front-end damage to the 91. Here's another angle. You can see Michael was running a little high, maybe got up in the loose stuff.
This looks almost exactly like his spin in Daytona in the 300-mile race, the Busch Series race.
I think that yellow car on the inside gets in. Yeah, it gets up into Rusty.
That's Mike Skinner in the Skinner.
And here comes the Gordon. He's in the smoke. He has no idea where anybody is, and he gets into the Skinner's car.
You know, Darrell, that's right there in turn 2. We've seen that a lot. That's what happened with Dale Jarrett and Steve Park. It's like the car in the bottom just can't stick there and gets into the car up above it.
Larry, when you enter turn 1 here, you can just really stay in the throttle and carry a lot of speed down into that corner. But right in the center, when the car needs to rotate, if it doesn't cut for you, it slides up a little bit. Here comes Gordo. He can't see it. There's so much smoke right there, you can't even see his car. He has no idea where anybody is.
We couldn't see it, so you know he couldn't see out of that smoke.
Vickers is coming down. He's headed into turn 1. I mean, you can say, well, Vickers turned down. He has to turn down. The corner's there. He doesn't have any option. He can't keep going straight. I think Junior was trying to blend in behind him to get the good entry into turn 1, just misjudged and clipped the left rear.
And I might add, Darrell, the spotters for these guys are right up here above us, and at that angle, they're going away from the spotters. It's hard for that spotter to tell him a whole lot of information there.
Yeah, it always amuses me that when people say, yeah, but Vickers turned down. Yeah, there's a corner there. He had to turn down.
Ooh. See Sterling Marlin in the 40 car.
Could Leffler have been slowing to enter the pit, Darrell?
I think he was trying to get on pit road. I think. See, he's coming, and here, yeah, see, he's trying to get down pit road. Schrader, and Sterling got in the back of Schrader hard, too.
And look at Carl Edwards in the 99, just barely gets by. But I think you're right. The entrance to pit road is in such a bad position here because it's right in the middle of turn 4. Tough to get there even under caution, much less green. Speaking of pit road, I think they're all going to be on pit road for 4 tires and adjustments.
Oh, the 21 dove in behind him. When he got in behind him, that 78 was on the outside of him, just took the air right off him. He did a great job, but unfortunately, Chase Elliott had nowhere to go.
Kurt Busch sliding by.
Kurt Busch, the 19 of Carl Edwards, spins and connects, makes contact with the 24 Chase Elliott. A lot of damage to that 20 car.
They just got all wadded up coming down here in the corner, and I didn't see any way they were going to make it.
You know, this is at that point in the race where nobody's going to check up. Everybody's got to run hard to get every single position they can.
How'd anybody get through that smoke screen behind them?
Well, they've been running in a dust storm, so I guess a little smoke didn't hurt anything.
That's true.
Reagan and McDowell. Yeah, right there.
Teammates. Yeah, and 41 right behind him. 41 looks good till right there.
I'll tell you what's surprising.
There it is right here. You see on the left side of the screen, Reagan just got up the racetrack and got into McDowell. That's what started it.
Next week is Richmond. That's supposed to be a short track. As much carnage as we've seen here, this looks more like a short track race than what we would see in Richmond.
It's a playoffs, Rick. Every year, Jeff, you and I have this conversation. What do we say? Man, I don't know. I mean, is this elimination format going to change the way they drive? Yes, it is absolutely going to change the way they drive. These guys take risks that I don't believe. My opinion is they don't make these risks in the regular season. I'm not even sure they're doing it conscious. I think it's just a subconscious reaction to the position they're putting in. These drivers, Dale, they are aggressive when the playoffs start. Since we've been in the booth at Chicago, it's been this way. Yeah.
I mean, I don't remember the intensity being like this when I was in the race car, much less the first half of the season. But something's happened. These guys are putting it on the line. They're taking risks.
Heard them both. I agree. Now here's what happened on the last lap. A.J. Allmendinger goes around. He gets pile driven by Ryan Preece. McDowell spins. Eric Jones, Brad.
9 of Elliott up the racetrack, not meaning to, catches the 45. Around goes the 45, and as the 45 gets in here, he hops onto the quarter mile and gets upside down. Crazy looking accident for Tyler Reddick in the 45.
That is crazy.
Front upright, I believe, is broken on the 45, so he's done. Which you would imagine after a wreck like this.
See Brad Keselowski in it.
Daniel Suarez tried to put it 3 wide and checked up to keep from having a wreck. Oh, man.
And there you got one. It's
Wreck it again.
Stenhouse and Blaney. Stenhouse, Blaney, Jones.
Wow. Threading the needle there, Haley. That was close. Suarez was definitely underneath of him. That was about the first wreck. But now we got these guys all stacked up here. 4 wide coming off the corner. They just run out of room. Blaney got up into Gregson. They couldn't move up because Bubba was on the outside of him. They couldn't move up because the wall was on the outside of him. Run out of room.